Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most misunderstood figures in Greek mythology, Medusa. You might know her as the terrifying Gorgon with snakes for hair, turning people to stone with just one glance. But believe me, there's so much more to her story than that. What if I told you that Medusa wasn't always a monster? That she had a tragic past filled with betrayal, suffering, and vengeance? Yep. This is the untold story of Medusa, and it's far from what you've been told. Medusa wasn't born a monster. In fact, she was once a beautiful, mortal woman. But what happened to her that turned her into a monster with snake hair? Let's go back to the myth. Medusa was originally a beautiful maiden, admired by many. In fact, she was one of the three Gorgon sisters, daughters of Phorcys and Ceto. Her sisters, Stheno and Euryale, were also Gorgons, but Medusa was unique among them. Unlike her siblings, who were immortal, Medusa was mortal and lived a life full of beauty. She was so stunning that people from all over admired her beauty. But as we know, in Greek mythology, beauty can often be a curse. Medusa was a beautiful woman, and this beauty became her curse. She was a great devotee of goddess Athena and worked as a priestess in her temple. But her beauty became the talk of the town. People used to come to Athena's temple only to see Medusa. Due to this, goddess Athena became jealous of her and started waiting for Medusa to make a mistake. And Medusa's fate was sealed when she caught the eye of someone powerful, Poseidon, the god of the sea. Imagine being a young, innocent woman admired for something you have no control over, your beauty. And as I said, her beauty became her curse. Poseidon sees Medusa and gets attracted to her. Now here's where Medusa's story takes a heartbreaking turn. He tells Medusa his feelings, but Medusa refuses. In a moment of lust and power, Poseidon decided to violate Medusa inside the temple of Athena, the very place that was supposed to be sacred. But instead of punishing Poseidon for this act, the gods, like they often do in mythology, let him walk away without consequences. It was Medusa who bore the brunt of the punishment. Using this incident as an excuse, Athena gets angry, not at Poseidon, but at Medusa, who is guilty of violating the sanctity of the temple and curses her to become a monster, due to which her golden hair turns into a monstrous snake. And she also says that if anyone looks into her eyes, he will turn to stone. Can you imagine a victim being blamed and punished for something she had no control over? Medusa went from being a symbol of beauty to being isolated, feared, and hunted simply for existing. Here's the thing, though. Was Medusa truly a monster? Or was she made into one by forces beyond her control? Sure, her gaze could turn people to stone, but maybe it wasn't about her being evil. Maybe it was her way of keeping people, especially men, away from her after all the betrayal and violation she had endured. Medusa became a symbol of vengeance, but not out of malice. She was a protector of herself, using the only weapon she had left in a world that had turned its back on her. What if turning people into stone was just her final act of defense after losing everything, her beauty, her dignity, and her humanity? Fast forward to the end of her life. Medusa meets her doom at the hands of the hero Perseus, who, let's be honest, was only doing it to gain favor and prove his worth. With the help of Athena, Perseus beheads Medusa while she sleeps. Even in her death, Medusa is used. Her head becomes a weapon in Perseus's arsenal, and once again, the gods get what they want, while Medusa is left powerless. But think about it. Was Medusa truly the villain of this story? Or was she just another victim of the gods' cruelty and the unforgiving nature of fate in Greek mythology? So I leave the question to you. Was Medusa a monster, or was she a tragic figure caught in the web of power, beauty, and betrayal? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you think this story deserves to be heard, hit that like button and subscribe for more untold stories from mythology. Thank you so much for watching. Medusa's story is one of the most haunting in all of Greek mythology. But it's also one of the most powerful. It reminds us that even monsters can have a human side, and sometimes the real monsters aren't who we think they are. Stay curious, and until next time, take care.